Last time on Minecraft Survivor, the tribes are swapped. The new blue tribe won the challenge due to Boom failing at the maze. Back at camp, Soccer and Kimmi wanted revenge for Moon, targeting Boom due to his relationship with Brian. But with Boom having an idol, they decided to split the votes. At Tribal Council, Boom felt safe after voting for Jonny, but when Soccer also flipped his vote, Boom got blindsided. At the challenge, Jackie unfortunately couldn't continue and had to remove herself from the game, allowing the remaining 10 to make the merge. When everyone got back to camp, it was clear that Brian was the target, but after he won the challenge, the target shifted to his right-hand man, Caleb. Caleb, Brian, and Smooth returned fire by targeting Chris Blue. At Tribal Council, with both sides battling, Chris Blue was spared and Caleb was sent home. Who will be voted out tonight? Find out right now.
Alright, so Tribal went not according to plan. With Caleb gone, I don't know who I can trust in this game, because now I'm the last person for my tribe. I'm definitely on the bottom, but I gotta solidify more relationships, because right now, I gotta find a way to somehow make sure it's not me tonight. If that's winning immunity, or just somehow strategically getting myself off that shopping. So I need to find a way that I'm not going to go home in this next struggle.
What the fuck? Everyone I trust in this game is just going behind my back and voting exactly where I didn't want them to vote last Tribal Council. You know, it was fine when Lyoko was like, oh, I voted Caleb because and then fucking Joe! Motherfucking Joe goes, oh, I voted Caleb too because I trust Chris Blue. Bro. Why? I'm heartbroken. Like, why can't you stick with a vote? If anything, you fucked me more than anything. Joe, I'm pissed at you right now. I will goddamn cut off your toes, because you made me so angry.
So I wouldn't say Tribal had the ideal outcome. I mean, I did vote with the majority, but it's also about considering how long I'm going to work with each person, because voting off Caleb was a smart thing to do, in fairness, so it's also about considering when to kind of make a move in regarding the other side as well, because I don't want to just pick them off one by one. Now, that's not how I want to play the game. I want to give people opportunities, but I've just got to kind of make sure I don't let my guard down and keep observant on the other people in this game, because literally anything can pop out of nowhere and someone could pull shit out of their ass. Please stop. I wasn't even speaking any Spanish. I was just talking bullshit.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm outside of camp, but I don't know. Like,
we're doing alright. You know, it's not been
barrier.
good yet, so you know we take those.
oh yeah, I probably worked out of the barrier. Let me get back in. Caleb just got out. Like, Taste, hello. As much as I'm waiting for the right opportunity for me to step up my game and win, it's not now, because I'm going to let the other people in this game believe what they have to believe for me to stay safe. And then when the time is right, I'll swoop in, be the same Kimmi that people know me for, and get to the end. And number 2, I literally was just walking around celebrating that everything was fine and everything was good, and like Caleb got out, like that's a huge threat out of my game, like that's perfect. And I see this stripped oak log in one of the trees, and I'm just like, looks really weird. Did someone like shave it? Like, let me take it. And then at first I don't recognize it, but then I see a shulker box and I find the idol. Like, oh my god, I found the idol. Oh my god. Like, I did not expect to find an idol at all. I thought I was a lost cause in this game, but I'm very excited, and I have an idol, I have safety, and now I can kind of be a little more ballsy if I really do choose to.
I'm so happy for whoever threw their vote on Owen, because Chris Blue is still in this game and I did not play my idol. Oh my goodness. The issue is that I have a tiny bit of a suspicion that Joe isn't with me. We're very close in the game, I feel like. Not as close as me and Chris Blue. But I feel like he knows that I have the idol. And I have to worry about him in the future. So I think if Joe doesn't win this immunity, I need to get Brian on my side because he's probably not going to win 2 immunities in a row. I need to get Smooth. I need to flip the other side in order to get Joe out so I can be in a better position in this game.
But just as things were supposed to go according to plan, they did for the most part. Someone casted a rogue vote on me. And I'm not like everybody else who's like, oh my gosh, who voted for me, and like throws a fit. I don't care if a rogue threw a rogue vote on me. The whole point is I got what I wanted, and I hope we can continue this trend going forward. Have a solid 5. The question is figuring out which of those 5 are true 5. And hopefully from here we can keep this momentum going. I really like what I'm seeing, and I hope that this can just continue to build strong. And an unloyal player like me who doesn't like to stick with alliances is stuck in a situation where they have to stick to one alliance. So let me be a little adaptive and play a different kind of game to get myself further.
At the immunity challenge, Castaways battled in a continuous challenge where it came down to Kimmi and Smooth, where Smooth was able to pull out the win, guaranteeing a spot in the final 8.
So, I win immunity after maybe the longest word puzzle ever in the history of any Minecraft game show. But it's all good because I still won. And, this is when I needed it. I knew I either needed an immunity or I needed some kind of way to get out, and this is the only way to guarantee your safety, and I just did it. So, I'm happy that I was up against Kimmi in that final round because she is not very good at spelling. So that helps me secure my spot, and maybe I can take a big shot at a big player.
Things are looking quite bleak. Let me tell you a story. There once was a man named Brian. He wanted to play Survivor. However, as he was playing Survivor, he became a big threat. And once he became a big threat, all eyes were on him. He liked the attention. The attention was cool until the attention became too much to handle. And that is what's happening right now, Playing this game with immunity has been fun, but I do need to be unimmune sometimes. So losing that challenge puts me in a spot where I'm forced to scramble, and I need to survive. I need to fight for my survival. If it ends up being me, that's fine, but I just want to say I'm completely loyal to this group, because if I'm not, then I'll just get voted out. That's like pretty much how it is. I'm completely content with being a meat shield, if you guys want that.
So, would we vote Kimmi then?
Yeah, I think that's our best option. Do you think Owen would do it? I don't think he would he?
No, I'm pretty sure they've always been together on tribes.
Okay. Yeah, so that makes our only option Smooth.
So, I really want to get rid of the people that I haven't really talked to that much, which is like Owen, Kimmi, all them. Like, Caleb I couldn't get a read on, even though we were on a swap tribe together, and I think he would have been great to work with, but I would never know. Kimmi just seems like somebody that people will naturally get along with, and it'd be hard to vote her off. And she did do well in this challenge. That's who I plan on voting for. I might continue this vote spread strategy and vote for somebody else, just in case like double idols are played or something.
So wait, are we gonna just do Brian?
See, I don't know
if he
if
has
we
an
can do
idol.
that. Exactly. I don't want to get duped twice, personally.
So should
I hate shields, but there's never a scenario where Brian goes deep and he doesn't go home if he
Yeah.
I think Brian knows that he's won in the immunity. He's played an idol. He's a huge threat, so he'll expect to get votes. So
Yeah.
I feel like if we
And we
vote-
can scare him too, like really scare him. I don't want somebody like a Lyoko being like, let me work with Jonny because he's like the only person I can beat, Like,
yeah.
Why don't we
if you
take
take that out, then like,
So wait, if we take out Jonny, do you think?
if we
he's
take
gonna
out
work
like
well?
a Jonny, then like he's gonna know Brian's a threat and can't beat him, and we'll stay focused on Brian.
So that's okay, and that forces him to work with us.
Yeah.
The two main names going out are Kimmi and Jonny. I've not connected with Jonny at all. However, it also impacts my alliances for the rest of the game, because if I join in on the vote against Jonny and Jonny goes, then Brian's not going to trust me for the rest of the game, and neither will consequently Smooth. I could vote for Owen because there was a throwaway vote last tribal, so they could Brian can think, oh wait, that same person's just done a throwaway vote again, and I can tell Owen, see, I voted you. However, to get intel from Brian, I'm going to tell Brian that I voted him for Kimmi.
So basically, I'm gonna talk to Smooth after this, but I'm pretty sure that they're all gonna vote for me tonight. Now, considering the fact that there's been a little bit of a snitch, a little snake this entire time, I don't trust everybody. But at the end of the day, I don't want to vote Jonny because, again, he is a weak player, in my opinion. He's not a good liar, and he's not on my side. So, I mean, it's like he's really not the best. But at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, what else? What can I really do? It's either me or him, and I'm not about to get myself sent home over Jonny. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, that can miss.
I think Joe's the move here. Joe has been in the best spot this entire game. His name has not been brought up once. He's a great social threat. Everyone likes him. But at this point, if his name's not getting brought up, he has to go. I mean, there's nothing else I can do. Brian's my closest ally, and if I lose my closest ally yet again, I don't know what I'm going to do in this game.
I think getting Joe here would put us in a better spot than we are because we got fucked over last tribal though.
Yo, I feel so alone. It's just me. My whole tribe is gone.
No, it took me a second to even realize that your whole fucking tribe is gone. Jesus Christ.
Decimated.
Everyone's gonna try to flip on us, so at this point it's you and I versus the world, man. Fuck you know, we just gotta live. We gotta live. So I'm hoping I'm not getting any votes to tribal council. Call me the boogeyman, because I'm trying to scare these fools into not voting me at this point. I originally wanted Kimmi out, but it seems as though my only way to get out of this tribal council without either Jonny or myself going is going for goddamn Joe. Joe, you pissed me off to no end not too long ago, so I could be making a completely emotional decision here. But it's looking kind of tasty. It's not a bad vote option. Because, you know, you went behind my back and you betrayed me first. And if I vote you out tonight, you know, I don't feel remorse.
2 names have been thrown out, and those 2 names are Jonny and Joe. Another time when I'm in a middle position, and this is the literal middle position, I can either side with my loyal blues who want to vote out a fucking floater Jonny, but again, it makes me the loyal person who actually people want to stick with me. Or I can flip to the other side who actually wants to make moves in the game, and we can get Joe out, who I have a slight suspicion of that he knows that I have an idol. It's kind of, do I think for my game or do I think for other people's games? I guess we'll find out.
At Tribal Council, no vote was actually held when Jonny quit the game due to a lack of commitment.
Echo, can I actually see you for a second?
What's up?
I'm thinking about pulling myself from the game.
Why is that?
Why
is that?
I'm just over it at this point.
So all plans were held up, and he was not placed on the jury.
Am I not voting? Okay.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Agni has walked and will no longer be part of the game.
What?
He literally...
Yep,
oh my god.
He's no longer in the game. He's no longer a member of the jury. He is completely out. So you guys have all...
I mean, I was going to vote him anyways, so...
I mean, same.
You guys have all survived this tribal council, and yeah, count this
I
as
don't
one of your
get it.
blessings. Count this as one of your blessing, guys.
So, we go to tribal, we do a normal fucking tribal council. I'm trying to, like, let people know, like, look, this is what's happening. Kimmi's not the actual vote, they're flipping it to Joe, but we have the numbers, just stick on Jonny. And then all of a sudden, this motherfucker goes into voting, sits there for like 10 minutes, comes out, leaves the server, and we find out he quit. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Who the fuck are you to come up in here and waste everybody's fucking time, everybody's fucking energy, all the people who applied and wanted to play, all the people who were voted out already, and all the people still fucking here, and people who probably needed you for their game, and you're just gonna fucking quit. But with that being said, he was going home anyways. Fuck, like, I don't care. It's just this situation. Like, it's just the situation with this. But he was going home, so it is what it is.
I basically just shat myself at Tribal Council over nothing, really. Because in the end, Johnny's ass just gets up, yeets his way out of there. It's like, fuck. I'd like to have seen the votes there, but I think Johnny might have gone regardless, and that whole, throwaway vote is, well, being thrown away. But, we're getting to crunch time, and I think we need to kind of assess the actual threats in this game, and one of them, I think it will be smart to take out Bimo at some point, because she's good physically, she's carried a lot of the pre-merge challenges. I don't want to take out Chris, because he's had my back. I think Bimo's a smart option, because, Brian's the obvious option, Smooth's the obvious option, but we need to assess the threats within the alliance itself. So I think it would be smart to take out Bimo next, and then Brian and Chris also need to go at some point before.
So we got some good and bad news. The good news is that I am one further placement after me being in a very tough decision. But the bad news, another piece of bad news, is that Joe didn't get out. That was the one thing I wanted, so I can be in such a good position. But we also got some good news. My actual allies want Joe out, but they just didn't want him out now. This could be the time to get him out, and I will make sure he goes.
So, I don't know what to say. It doesn't make any sense. Johnny quits because he doesn't want to be here. And, that just frustrates me because, I just don't understand the whole reasoning behind it, but it's whatever. Good for him. I don't know. But I gotta focus on the next immunity challenge because I feel like if I don't win, I might be getting voted out, but, there's always a way. So, hopefully I can win. If not, I'll try to find a way to get myself out of this mess.
Tribal sucked in the fact that somebody quit for reasons. And this is after I've been telling people who I was voting for, which was Joe and not Johnny. Well, in actuality, I voted Brian, but I would have told people I would have voted Joe because honesty. But now that I've told people I was going to vote for Joe, but he's still here, I can easily go around to him and fuck up my game. Hopefully I get to talk with Chris Blue and explain why I was going to vote Joe, but even though I ended up not voting for him, I just wanted to explain.
It's okay. You don't even have to worry about it.
I'm going to anyway. They basically switched the vote from Kimmi to Joe because Joe was a name nobody was saying, and they thought.
Yeah.
And the 5 people that were going to vote him were myself, Brian, Smooth, Bimo, and
Johnny.
Yeah, I was like, who's the 5th?
Yeah.
So
Bimo wasn't going to do that though.
Oh.
Bimo had told me, and wasn't gonna do that because what I tried to tell Bimo was because she wanted to, but I was like, we should probably wait on that because here's the thing, we all know that Joe is a threat, right? Me, you, and Bimo know that, and in addition to that, we have Owen and Kimmi who already don't really trust Joe that much. So they would want to vote him out later on anyways. So why wouldn't we just vote out Johnny, somebody who everybody may look at as an easy goat to take to the end?
Okay.
So that was my rationale with it and why I was well, let's just keep Joe because we can just vote him out later. Everybody's going to do it.
The constant, we'll just do it next week talk usually never lasts, and it's a constant, we'll just do it next week. We'll just do it next week.
Next week is now. Let me tell you, next week is now.
At the immunity challenge, with Joe's back up against the wall, he was able to claim immunity during the story time challenge.
Joe
It was.
and Joe has won individual immunity.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
So, congratulations. Step on up. You have won individual immunity. Safety at the final 8.
Oh, that's nice.
As for the rest of you, one of you guys will be voted out and become the second member of our jury. I'll give you afternoon to think about it. Head back to camp.
Yeah,
Woo.
Yeah.
Great feeling to have immunity around my neck, especially based on the information I was given going into last tribal, so whoever was planning on voting for me last tribal better think of something else quick, because point 1, I'm going to be on their ass. Point 2, they're not going to be voting me. Pog. So just see what I can do in regards to trying to make a move this tribal, but people might be thinking, oh, he's getting a bit power hungry because he's won immunity, so he's going to try and make a big move for the sake of it. I'm not trying to do it for the sake of it. I'm just trying to get to the end. Like, Jesus.
They were voting for Joe last tribal, actually.
I know. I was going to try and save him the best I could, and then well.
So we have a guaranteed 4 and a possible 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure after what happened with Joe, they're.
I think that Joe would vote with us.
Yeah.
Because they just tried voting him out.
My thing is, I don't know. I just don't like the risk of something going wrong. I was wondering, what if we have our 4 and then give a false name to the 5th?
I guess Joe would be the 5th, right? Oh.
Yeah,
what's her face?
Would it be risky? Would it be riskier telling Joe who we're voting, and him then telling Brian, and then Brian playing an idol, and then one of us goes home? We can guarantee.
It's true.
And then we can just say that we thought that Joe was the rogue vote against me. But the question is, who should we vote?
I say we just go for Brian.
You think?
I feel like if we do Brian, and then just say Smooth to everybody else, then we're fine.
Oh, tell Joe we're doing
Smooth.
That works out great, actually.
I think that's fine.
I'm not saying we should do this now, but I think we also need to consider down the line. Emo's most likely got the idol.
Yeah.
Really?
In terms of idol, so the further she gets, the more power she gets. So she could just get a free ticket to the final 4 if we don't consider her.
You think if we did Smooth here and then we had 4 right here, we could just do Bemo next?
Yeah, Brian might. If we vote off Smooth, Brian will get desperate. I think he'll just go with anything.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I think that Brian would be like, I have nobody else to work with me, so I need to work with anybody. All right, everything at the last vote that was chaotically has turned back around, and now I'm in a weird position. I think I could be getting some votes tonight. It wouldn't surprise me. I think that the risky move that we're trying to take to get Brian out is one that we kind of have to do in this situation. I like my 4 that I have, and I think that if we stay strong, which is really weird for me to say because I'm not all about staying strong, but if we stay strong, I maybe can get myself to the final 7, and that would be crazy for a player like me who's already done so much in this game. I just need to get to the end. I'm not that worried about the resume because I've already done a good bit. It's just getting there. That's the hard part.
So me, you, Brian. That's all. That's literally all I see. I don't see another person working with us. Do you want it? Should we take a shot at Kimmi?
Kimmi, we could. Because she's a physical player. She's also
down on our side.
Yeah, we need Brian. You cannot tell. I don't know because it's weird because.
Can we get Lyoko or whatever? Lyoko, whatever his name is.
Lyoko.
Yeah, can we get him?
I'm not 100% sure about that. We can try.
We were thinking about Kimmi, and here's why. Kimmi is going to take all the weak players to the end, and she's going to steamroll her way to finale and win this game. She's playing smart, and I can't knock that.
I mean,
I am
I've
100%
been saying
down
that for a while.
Now here's the thing. I'm gonna talk to Kimmi to see if she will throw a rogue vote. So if us 4 vote Kimmi, she votes a rogue, the other 3 vote someone else, and it's a 4-3-1. We all stay. It could be Mimo, could be Brian, could be me. But honestly, if this somehow works, that we got someone on the other side to throw a rogue vote, so it would be 4-3-1, 3 being either Brian, me, or Mimo, the 1 being either me, Brian, or Mimo, and the 4 going to Kimmi. Kimmi has to go, because if she makes it past this vote, she's taking all the weak players to the end, so she can easily steamroll immunities and win this game. I know exactly what she's doing, and it has to be stopped now before it's too dangerous. So Kimmi has to go. If not, she has a really good chance at winning this game.
You're in with them, so you can tell me if I'm stressing out or not.
I got you.
If we get control of this vote and we pull off the 4-3-1, Smooth blunders Kimmi. I think Kimmy's with Smooth. In all honesty, I think Kimmi trusts Smooth. I think Smooth is making a terrible mistake. Hope you don't blindside me because
I'm not. I would. You. Okay, so you are the. Well, it's you and Chris Blue who knows about it because Chris Blue found the idol clue and he was like, "Oh yeah, so you were in the fire or something." So I had to tell him. So you are the only two that know. So
All right.
like,
I'm not spreading this. That would be stupid.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to build some trust with people individually, and right now I talked to BMO, and she trusts me enough to tell me about the hidden immunity idol. I sort of forced it out of her to be, in all things considered. However, the fact that she even entrusts me with this is sort of a plus. I knew for a while she had it, but the vibes. Knowing for a while she had it, I feel like she was sort of pressured to tell me, but it's fine.
I know I just don't want to go with Kimmi, Owen, and Smooth, all three of them together.
Alright, so we can vote one of them out next round. For sure.
I mean, we do have the numbers to vote Kimmi out now.
I think more people are on Brian right now. I haven't even talked to BMO. Kimmi wants to talk to me. Just message me, okay? Whatever you want to do, I will stand behind you, okay?
To be honest, my decision will probably be made once I get to the voting thing.
Lyoko. And
Again, he's
Brian's
so obsessive.
group. Yeah.
They just told me they're doing BMO.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Do you think Joe's trying to blindside BMO then?
If they are voting me out, it's like they could have told me in that chat. They didn't.
I think, you know what? Joe may be trying to just blindside BMO then. Right now. And then they wouldn't be voting for you.
And do we want to or no?
I don't think so.
Should we, if BMO has an idol, should we tell her to play it?
Yeah.
Fully. Let's do it. Okay.
I feel like it. And we're voting out Brian.
Brian. Yep. I'm fine with it.
I don't know what's going on right now. I haven't heard my name. I know Joe wants to blindside BMO at some point. I know BMO and Lyoko want to blindside Joe at some point. I know Kimmi wants to blindside Joe at some point. There's too many things happening right now. My name's not being mentioned, so I don't give a fuck. But I don't fucking know what's best for me right now. I really don't. I have to think about this because on one hand, I can vote out Brian right now, who is a shield, but also big threat, and make a lot of people happy by doing so. But that's gonna ostracize people like Joe, who Owen and Kimmi want to leave out of the vote. I don't know if I want to do that right now. And then Smooth, I don't fucking know with Smooth. There's too much going on, and I just don't know what I want. So I have to think about this and make some decisions at Tribal. But I will vote in the majority. Know that.
So say I heard they were voting for me from Chris Blue. He can attest to that. He said it himself. He's not no bullshit liar, right? So then, if I vote for Brian tonight, then everything is perfect. And I can get rid of BMO's idol if she has one. I can get rid of Brian, who's been trying to throw my name out since the start. And I'm perfect. We are finite done perfect, period. We're good. Oh my god. If it happens, if it plays out correctly, then we're fine. So yeah, I'm hoping everything goes according to plan, but I don't want to go home. I really do not.
Have you gotten filled in on anything yet or no?
I haven't. No. Literally. Okay, so literally, I was in the call with Smooth, and he was like, "Dang it," because he wanted to get Joe out. That was his whole plan. He wanted to get Joe out.
They all want Joe out. Who are they going for now?
They're going for what's his name? Chris Blue.
BMO, we're doing it. We're voting Brian.
Okay.
We're making the move.
We're finally doing the move. Okay. Please, yeah, that's actually way better.
Chris and Kimmi were like, we want to get this over with. We don't care if there's a possible idol. We're doing it. We just need to, and so we're making everybody else that ask us think that it's Smooth. Unless,
okay, gotcha. That's a good idea.
Unless you're asking Smooth, then you're going to say, yeah, we're voting Joe or whoever he thinks it is.
Okay, yeah,
So-
I could probably just tell him. Oh, I don't know.
And so we lied to Joe and Lyoko. We lied to
Lyoko.
both of them. We lied to both of them, and we said that we're voting Smooth because we're not risking any insider info getting leaked. Our 4 is making this move, and if it works out, then we're a 4 in the final 7.
Well, how many times am I going to be in the middle of this game? This is absolutely phenomenal for me. So we have 2 sides. So it's another time when I'm in the middle, and I need to decide what's best for my game for the future. And also, just to let you guys know, Brian knows that I have an idol. I don't care. I'm gonna play soon enough. So, yeah.
Kimmi might vote BMO, and I think, Chris Blue is on you. So
Yeah, not surprised.
But here's the thing: if they're gonna be that divided, this may actually work.
Yeah, exactly.
So, if Kimmy's gonna vote Mimo, then who cares?
I'm not getting votes? I don't know. In all honesty, I think I'm getting votes, but, you know, we do a little trolling here and there. In this parts of the neighborhood, we call this pray for the best. I am praying for the best tonight, hoping that this works out. It seems as though I'm going to be forced to go with Smooth and take out Kimmi. It'll buy me some goodwill with BMO. I don't know. It's looking grim. But let's be honest, nothing in my game has been smooth. Nothing in my game has looked nice. It's just been bad since day one. Jesus Christ. If Kimmi does go tonight, that puts target on Smooth, so I can hide behind him for a little bit. It makes me closer with BMO because I actually voted with her. If there ends up being 4 votes for Kimmi, that means I also have sent a Lyoko.
Oh, I'm just hearing everybody's names left and right. I'm hearing Brian, I'm hearing Smooth, I'm hearing Kimmi, I'm hearing Chris, I'm hearing, There's just so many names you don't know who everyone is voting for. Like right now, I'm looking at a group of people that I don't know if they're voting together. I might not even make my decision until I go to tribal on who I'm voting for. There's just so many names.
At Tribal Council, plans were set in motion.
I have collected the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and like to play it, now is your time to do so.
Looks around.
I said the fly.
All right. I'll read the votes. First vote, Kimmi.
Ah, shit.
Second vote,
Bitch.
What?
Brian. Third vote,
What the?
Brian.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is
Fourth
going on
vote.
here on this day?
What?
Kimmi.
Ick,
2
that's
votes,
nasty.
Kimmi. 2 votes, Brian. 4 votes left.
Y'all ruining my perfect game for no reason.
Kimmi.
Nah.
Brian.
OMG.
3 votes, Brian. 3 votes, Kimmi. 2 votes left.
Right now I have a 20.
Smooth.
Bruh.
It's another rogue vote type of situation.
That's 3 votes, Kimmi. 3 votes, Brian. 1 vote, Smooth. 1 vote left.
Not this.
8th person voted out. The 2nd member of our jury. Kimmi.
Shit.
Oh.
Who's giving you a torch?
Damn. I'm very disappointed. I knew I should have played it. Fuck.
No,
What idol?
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. Kimmi, unfortunately, the tribe has spoken.
That's
I don't know.
alright.
Good game, Kimmi.
Thank
Good game.
you.
Holy
Good
crap.
Game, sis.
Bye, Kimberly.
I mean, I'm not shocked that I got out. I know people thought of me as a threat, and after the shit I tried to pull tonight, yeah, I get it. Like, I get it. But no, it's like, at the end of the day, I did the best I could, and I did cause a bit of mischief. I did what I needed to do, and I'm very excited and happy with how I played.
Another successful vote, and Kimmi had an idol. She had the merge idol, and most likely the only person left in this game with an idol. And my reaction at tribal is making my original blue tribe think that I voted with them. I'm in an amazing position. I thought I was getting blindsided. It's time to get this game going. Oh my goodness.
Now, I know things didn't go to plan, but not everything can always go to plan. I like to pride my game on being very adaptive. So, honestly, Kimmi was a really big threat who probably needed to go eventually, so I'm not going to let it bother my game. Kimmi, I miss you. I voted with you. I hope that I don't see you soon, though, because I'm going to fight for both of us in this game. I'm so sad that you left, but it's time to move on and move forward. And let's just say that there's some other threats that have arisen. And it's about to be a bloodbath. I have a question, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, go on.
I'm pretty sure that BMO's the one that voted with y'all.
I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. I'm not sure how the votes went.
So either Chris or BMO flipped to be with y'all.
Because honestly, I'm shocked that worked. I knew me, Brian, and Lyoko all voted, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure who the 4th was because that was crazy.
if you want my genuine opinion, like I have nothing else to hide at this point. I think that the threats in this game to win go Brian, BMO, Chris. I don't know if you agree with that list or not.
Yeah, the craziest play just happened. I think that I just confused the other side so much that they had no idea who to vote for, and one of them voted me, which is perfect because that's what I wanted to happen. I wanted Kimmi to go because I thought it was going to be Brian, BMO, or myself, and guess what? We're still in the game. That 3 is solid tight because we stuck to what we did, and now we might have Lyoko or whatever his name is. So that's good for us. And Kimmi went home with an idol in her pocket, which is even better.
So Tribal did not go according to plan. I think a new term needs to be coined for Lyoko at this point. It's beyond a goat, it's beyond a sheep. Like, he's playing to, like, just be exciting, because, like, I'm a super fan of Minecraft Survivor, and, like, oh my god, like, this is, like, the best thing that's ever happened to me. Oh my god, like, I just... Save it. Bitch, please. Like, and now Queen Kimmy's gone because of it. So, Tribal just did not go well. Like, I'm in a minority now, and I lied to Joe about the vote because I wanted to work with Kimmi and Owen, and they didn't want Joe to know about it. So now I have to, like, come up with some fucking bullshit lie to Joe's face, and, like, it's not gonna fucking work, but I have to say something. And the best thing I can come up with is, like, lying on the person that's not here to confirm or deny it anymore, and just be like, Kimmi told me you wanted me out. Which is, like, my way of showing, like, I didn't want to, but, like, I heard that you were striking against me first, so, like, I had to do something back and not fill you in on the vote and lie to you. But it's so absurd. Like, it's so stupid.
I heard you were throwing my name out from Kimmi.
I never even spoke to Kimmi. What the fuck?
She said I wasn't able to tell you that we were voting Brian because you were coming for me the round that I got votes and switched your vote last minute.
Excuse me? What the thank God she's fucking gone.
Being dead ass with you.
Why?
I wasn't voting you, but I...
Yeah, I mean, obviously you couldn't vote me.
No, but I wouldn't have done it this round anyways. Well, that's the only reason I didn't tell you that, because I thought you were going after me.
No.
Alright. Well, in that case, I apologize.
Yeah, mate, on my fucking heart, I was not after you in any sense.
Alright. Well, in that case, I apologize.
Come back from Tribal. I'm completely out of the loop of the vote. You know, everyone's telling me, oh yeah, Smooth throwing your name out, so we're all going to vote him because that benefits us all. I'm the only person that actually voted for Smooth. I'm completely out of the loop, and then come back to camp. Chris drops an absolute fucking bombshell on me that apparently I've been throwing out his name. So I've got to clear that load of shit up.
At the immunity challenge, a simple obstacle course, BMO was able to pull out a win, guaranteeing her spot in the final 6.
And BMO wins immunity.
Yes! Oh my god!
1 second behind.
Alright, I made it up.
Alright, BMO, step on up.
Good job, girl. Good job.
You have 1 immunity and safety at the final 7 Tribal Council. As for the rest of you, one of you will be voted out and be the 3rd member of our jury. I'll give you the afternoon to think about it. Head back to camp. But
oh my goodness, I feel like I most definitely needed this immunity a lot. This guarantees me a spot in the final 6. I can actually get Joe out of here. Even though I want Smooth out because he is better at comms and he is more controlling, Joe is the only person who's in my way for me winning this game, and he has to go.
What's the tea? What's going on here right now?
I'm thinking I'd rather have Joe out of here. We tried the first, we tried, like, I feel like we want Joe out, and we've been thinking about getting Joe out, but we haven't thought of the right time. And I feel like this is the right time, because he still is not in as good as a position as he wasn't before, but he's still in this game. Like, he still survived. So
my question is, when does Brian go then? And when does Smooth go then?
I think, okay, so then I'm hoping the next 2 votes, if we can somehow get the Smooth sailing, we need, even if Smooth wins immunity, get Brian out. If Brian wins immunity, Smooth out. Like,
we just have to hope neither of them have an idol. I mean, we can easily split the votes then.
And we can.
That's true.
Yes.
So are you saying then, like, we're gonna vote Joe out right now, and then, like,
I say we do Joe
try
right
and use
now.
Owen to our advantage because he'd want them out anyways?
Yes.
Well, yes. This vote, I'm not going to say it's important because I feel like everyone just says this is the most important vote, but they say that every vote, so kind of loses its effect. It just, each vote is just very important for many different ways, and this is definitely one of them.
Alright, so here's where things get even more difficult. Because
Yeah, I
we
know.
survived that, now what?
Yeah, well, at least Beemo has,
Immunity, so that's good.
Here's what happened after the vote. Soccer came to me and was like, alright, so the 3 biggest threats in this game right now are Brian, Beemo, and Chris. And I'm thinking to myself, okay. I mean...
We can work with Chris. We can work with getting him out, I mean.
With getting Chris out?
Yeah.
That's what I was
thinking of doing it, that's our best shot.
Yeah,
if he's
and
thinking of
then...
getting out the threats.
We have to get Chris Blue out here.
Yeah, I think that's our only shot, and we have to actually just pander the fuck out of we need to pander to Owen. We need to convince him that keeping us around, since we're a duo, technically we're more powerful, so it's easier to take us out later. I think that's our only pitch we can make. So we're here at the final 7, and things are looking kind of interesting. I think right now, I'm not sure if things are gonna go my way. I'm pretty confident I have Smooth and Joe. I'm pretty confident I have those 2. However, when it comes down to voting Chris Blue, things get a little complicated because Chris Blue is good at persuading. And if I'm being honest, I'm not entirely sure if I have Owen, and I'm not entirely sure if I have Lyoko or Beemo. So it really does boil down to whether or not I can trust in my own social skills. Because I've set up these bonds with both Beemo and Lyoko, completely expecting them to vote with me for quite some time. If I can pull this off, Chris Blue goes tonight, I am set up in a perfect position.
Everyone was just telling me to vote Smooth, so I was like, oh yeah, let's vote Smooth. And then after Tribal, Chris drops a bombshell on me that apparently I've been throwing out his name. And he got that from
I
Kimmi.
don't get it. I don't get it either.
No, but the thing is, he got that information from Kimmi, who's now gone.
So you think Kimmy's just been stirring shit for the sake of stirring shit?
Of course she has. Even though I didn't vote out Kimmi, her going home is not a bad thing.
Right now, who do you guys see as like a big threat? I understand you might think I'm a big threat. Honestly, I don't see what I've done in this game other than like very early on.
Chris is an obvious one.
So are you saying we pull in Smooth and vote out Chris?
I think that's our best move right now. Because if we take out Chris now, that leaves us at 6 with Lyoko, Beemo, and Smooth on the other side.
Okay, so if we get Smooth, that's 4 already.
That's 4 and we have the majority.
Oh, people are going to see me as a physical threat. I need to just clear up everything. I think best thing to do is come clean to Smooth, say, yeah, I voted for you. And that's based on what people have told me, and obviously that's not true. So I'm going to do that. I just need to... I need to clear up the shit rather than smear it all over the wall, essentially.
So, you were talking to Beemo, right? Because
I talked to Beemo. Beemo wants to do Joe, to my knowledge.
Joe? Okay. I'm cool with that, because...
I'm fine doing Joe.
I mean, he has a good social game. He's been playing, like, he's under the radar, and at the end, he might have a really good resume to win this game.
Yep.
So, I think this is the right time to take him out, if any time.
No, I agree with you, and it's hard, but at the same time, it's like, I'm at that point where I don't, like, he's gotta go.
I think it's either going to be Chris Blue or Joe. They were throwing each other's names out, and obviously I'm going to report that to each other, so that in a case that someone throws a rogue vote, it's not going towards me. They have to vote each other. So basically, I think I'm going to vote Chris Blue, but I could still flip on Joe. It really just depends on what I think is the best move right now. Okay, so I've heard your name, Joe, and I've heard Chris Blue, because Chris Blue wants you out, Joe.
I've literally just had this whole conversation with him, saying, yeah, I'm with you. For fuck's sake.
Alright, so that pretty much makes it final.
Yeah.
We're voting Chris Blue tonight.
Yeah, we have to.
Jesus, the fucking bastard.
I think right now, we just need to overcome that and go for it. I think we full send it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris needs to go. So Chris's name got thrown out. I was like, maybe not. Suddenly, Chris is throwing out my name. Again. Mate, I had this entire conversation with him, talking about why I didn't throw out his name. And then he's like, oh, yeah, we're good. Cool. Everything's fine after this. And then go back to camp, and he completely goes back on his word. I'm not going to work with someone like that. No, you can fuck off. You can fuck off if you play like that. But I'm not going to take that shit.
Another situation again, it doesn't matter if I'm in the middle or not, because I really have immunity, so it does not really matter. But I really need Joe out of here. I'm being honest with everybody except for Joe, obviously. But I need Joe out for my game only because I know everybody else is going to be fine with me. And if they blindside me, good for them. I need Joe out of here. And the issue is that soccer, for once, is the flip vote. I told him, I said, hey, completely honest, if we get Joe out, it's better for my game only. And I know that's a little bit sus and everything, but come on, just please. And it's either Chris Blue who's going home or Joe. And if Joe goes home, I'm in a very good position. But if Chris Blue goes home, my game might be done.
Can you make sure to do something like you promised me something?
I promise you.
Them two want to vote you.
Who?
But you can't. But no, Joe and Brian. But you
They want to vote me?
But you cannot say a single word to anybody or
I'm
say
not even
anything
gonna
at
act.
Tribal.
I won't. I promise.
I don't even want to be at Tribal and saying, well, I heard my name.
I'm not gonna do it. I promise you. If you're telling me not to do it, I won't do it. I cannot believe this is happening again. I don't know why I'm such a threat here. I didn't do anything in this game. I've just kind of been vibing along, but for some reason, I'm this big fucking threat and I have to go every fucking round. Apparently Joe is in on it too, and Brian, which I don't blame, and Smooth, which I don't really fucking blame. And I have to rely on Owen and Lyoko and BMO to save me here. And they all three have expressed that they want to. They've all three told me about the blindside plan on me, which I don't think they would do unless they really wanted me here. So I am crossing everything that they are being so truthful to me because I do not want 7th place. That is an ugly number. I'm hoping like I've done enough building connections with these people and playing enough of a social game with these people and building up enough social capital and trust with these people that they can see me in their long-term plans and end game that they want to keep me here. Do you know that they're trying to vote me out?
Yes.
Okay.
We were literally talking about a solution on what to do.
Oh, I already told.
He already told me like he'd be willing to vote for Joe.
Really?
Why would I work with
here?
BMO? I will vote out Joe if you confess that I did not vote out Kimmi.
Yeah, guys, I'm a bit of a liar.
You're fine. You're fine.
Listen, you admitted it. All good. All good. All right, so we're good then to vote Joe, or do you want
We
to?
have to keep us together because
Okay.
if one more of us goes, we're all gonna get voted out.
We're screwed.
I think I've put myself in a pretty interesting swing position. There's an alliance of 3 that wants to vote out Joe, an alliance of 3 that wants to vote out Chris, and this is very difficult for me because I want both Brian and BMO gone very soon, and I'm helping one of these people no matter what. The problem is, which side needs to be weakened faster? This will truly be a decision made at Tribal because I, genuinely talking to you right now, have no idea if I'm voting out Chris or if I'm voting out Joe. So get your popcorn ready because you're about to see what happens at the same time that I do because I have no idea.
At Tribal Council, it was an all-out war.
Right, I've collected the votes. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now is your time to do so.
Looks around.
Looks.
Looks.
Now read the votes. First vote, Joe.
Loyalty,
Second
how,
vote,
Chris?
No, but same's happening here.
Chris Blue.
Mm-hmm.
You preach
vote Chris
bullshit.
Blue,
You
one
preach
vote
bullshit.
This is happening because of what you did, sis.
I didn't do anything. Fucking
Blue.
delusional.
Fourth vote. 2 votes Joe, 2 votes Chris Blue. Chris Blue.
Mm-hmm.
6th vote, Joe. It's 3 votes Joe, 3 votes Chris Blue, 1 vote left.
I'm about to get voted out. A load of bullshit. I swear on God.
9th person voted off, and 3rd member of our jury. Joe. That's 4, and tonight that's enough.
I decided on this because of what I heard.
Yeah, well, you
all I'll
heard
say.
some solid fucking bullshit, didn't you?
You went into tribal voting me, did you not?
Yeah, and you went into trouble voting me, did you not?
I wasn't.
Please. You did. You did.
But I wasn't going to.
All right, Joe.
If you will just
It was
listen
an honor
to
having
me.
you, but unfortunately, the tribe has spoken. Head on out.
Got railed because someone just bullshitted everything. It's like, fuck. I wasn't targeting Chris initially, so when he comes to me saying, oh yeah, I think you're targeting me, I say, no. And he continues to target me, so obviously I've got to vote someone else who is voting for me. I think someone's just essentially just finessed the both of us. The person who originally said that I was throwing Chris's name out is definitely stirring the game, and Chris just doesn't know how much he's been finessed by them.